Good morning, people. Welcome back to a Thursday, innit? I get lost. I really do at the moment. So, anyway, let's get straight into it today. Sunak came out yesterday with his what I would call New Year resolution statement, whatever you like to call it. Let's have a look at what he had to say, shall we? Well, first thing, he said, we're going to stop the boats in the channel. No, you won't. You've just spent millions on putting together this new small boat control centre, whatever the hell that is. Didn't Patel put something like that in place a year or so ago? So why are you wasting more money on that? Are you trying to run a remote control service in the channel? How many more millions is this going to put on our bill? What are you going to put on it next? A 10% tip, for crying out loud? You'll bring them in. You won't stop them. And you're trying unsuccessfully to remove them. That is not stopping them. So, that first promise is out the window, isn't it? I mean, you've only got to look at what's happening in Europe. Riots, murders, burning of buildings and cars. I saw a picture yesterday. I can't actually put it on here because YouTube wouldn't allow it. But a hotel worker in Ireland had his face slashed by some of these people. And I mean mouth to ear, 3 big slashes and across his ear, and it opened his face right up. I would show you, but I can't put it on here because they'll pull it down as gore. But it's not life to see. It's nice to see. What they've done to him there. He's got life-changing scars. If anybody wants to see it, I will email the picture to you, but it's not very nice. And that's all that we're going to be facing before long. And then he came out with the same old shit. We will reduce inflation by half and grow the economy. Yeah, right. We've seen how that's been going. And we all know how far south that's going to go. So I'm not holding my breath on that one. And he pledged to cut NHS waiting lists. Yep. And I can see the way they're lowering them. If you're on the list too long, you will die. You can be at the top of the list. And if you get there, there's no one to treat you. Again, you will die. And here's the process. Over time, everybody dies, so the list eradicates itself. Simple, isn't it, really? Is this the reason there's a shortage, if you listen to the pharmacists, of chemicals and drugs to treat flu and what's that other one called? Oh, God, I can't remember it now. The Hayward Strep A, that's it. Scarlet fever, we know it as. Is this the way it's going? Is this the eradication of our health service? And this one got me. We must improve the way maths are taught to kids in school. Why just maths? Have you stopped brainwashing them? Are you going to actually start teaching them lessons now? I mean, the kids are already learning how to count. They have to. Because they have to count their pennies to see how far they're going to go. They have to count their mother's and their father's money to see what's left, if there's enough to feed the family. Of course the kids are learning to count. Absolute plank. Maybe you should have learnt more about maths, and then this country wouldn't be in the shit it's in, would it, if you could learn to count on how much you got in the bank, instead of spending the rest of our money. But to me, the best bit was when he had the arrogance to say, "We will let you judge us by our results." Well, that there is a career-ending sentence as far as I'm concerned. Let's just have a look at these results so far, shall we? You've pissed billions up against the wall over the pandemic, giving millions and millions of it away for no return. All this money is still outstanding. It's all gone. You've thrown millions at the EU, again, for no results. You've thrown billions again at the NHS. And what has that got us from the NHS? Well, it pays for more diversity managers, don't it? Not anybody that's going to help us, but plenty of diversity managers. Incidentally, one of which has been allegedly put forward as one of the ones that helped cover up the grooming gangs up north. Now, how does someone like that get into a job as a diversity manager with the NHS, for crying out loud? He tried to be a councillor, he tried to be a member of parliament, and he failed because of it. Now he's in the NHS. And you've thrown billions at a war. And while doing all this, you leave your own people to freeze, starve. Yeah, you've already been judged, mate. And you've absolutely been found wanting. Unbelievable the way this country's gone. Right, guys, well, that's the only subject I was going to bring up today. There is more in the news. In particular, everything now at the moment today is the funeral of the what shall I call him? The ex-head of the world's biggest grooming gang. Although he retired. I shan't shed any tears for his passing. But I will leave it there. I've got to take my blood pressures in a minute, and I don't want them to be too high. And if I go on any more about this, they will be. So all that leaves today is thank you for your support on this here little channel. My respects to each and every one of you for it. Welcome to the new subs. I know there have been a few more than what is shown on the channel, because I've had emails from people personally to tell me they've subbed and they've resubbed and they've resubbed. Keep at it, guys. And as always, until tomorrow's, stay safe, stay strong, and stay free from the new fear campaign on masks and jabs. Respects, people.